When the boats are away, the whales come to play. Check this out, killer whales near Stanley Park in British Columbia. It's pretty rare to see these amazing animals so far inland, but could it be that the COVID-19 shutdowns have created a more welcoming playground for whales?
Maybe it was related to a less noisy area.
Oceanwise scientist Dr. Valeria Valguera studies beluga whales in the St. Lawrence, where she tells us they're endangered. And one big reason for their struggles is boat noise.
You probably have been in situations where you're walking and chatting with a person and an ambulance passes by. You stop communicating. You wait till the ambulance passes and then you communicate again. Whales do this all the time. So there are long periods in which they have to pause their communication activities to resume only when the noise has subsided.
In fact, a noisy ocean can make it almost impossible for a baby beluga calf to communicate with their mother.
We found that when beluga calves are born, they make very soft sounds. They don't know how to speak loudly. They are much more easily masked. So this means that if mothers and calves separate, the mothers might have a much harder time hearing the calf that is calling and trying to find mom.
But what about now that everything has been put on pause? Valeria wrote a blog on this which compares the COVID-19 crisis to what happened after the 9/11 attacks, when ocean traffic was shut down for several days.
There were some scientists that were recording the underwater world at the time, and they were also collecting poop samples from North Atlantic right whales to look at stress hormones. And they put both sets of data together, and they figured out that the whales were a lot less stressed out.
And while there haven't been any studies yet on how the recent shutdowns are impacting the whales, Valeria is convinced it will have a similar outcome, that their stress levels will be down because all of a sudden hunting and communicating is a lot easier. But what happens when life goes back to normal?
So maybe this is going to make us think about responsible actions to inject less noise into our marine environment.
Valeria says we don't have to completely stop boat noise, but hopes we'll see the benefits in reducing it, and says this can be done by implementing speed limits, having incentives for boats to use quieting technologies, and have no-go areas for vessels. And hopefully, if we're able to quiet our oceans, we'll see more of this in the future.